out now. Okay. Remember that?
You right. Very hot. Oh, yes.
All right, we're pleased to be joined by Kansas head coach Bill Self, Ochai Agbaji, Remy Martin, David McCormack, and Christian Braun. We have microphone holders on both sides of the room. If you have a question, please raise your hand and bring a microphone to you. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach Self.
Well, kind of a tale of two halves, obviously. We weren't very good the first half and played tight and a little bit and couldn't guard McGusky. And for whatever reason, lid came off the second half and the intensity picked up defensively. And then we had about 2 good plays turned into 4, which turned into 8, which turned into 16. That was about as well as we could play the second half. And you know, these guys earned it. So proud of them, proud for our program, and we need about 4 days off. I can't wait to get to New Orleans.
Take questions. The front row.
Shea Willabore, JaxLand.com. For Coach Self, down 6, I think, at half, and then end up winning by 26. What was your message at half, and did you see anything early in the second half where you thought maybe things were turning the corner a little bit? Anything specific?
Well, there really wasn't. I'm not very good at those type of things. You know, I told them we need to play better, but I did tell them that KJ Adams gave us the best 29 seconds defensively than anybody did the entire first half, and you know, just challenged our guys to guard them, and they did. And the lid was going to come off eventually, and I think CB made the first 3, didn't he? And then the lid came off, but that was an impressive start of the second half to go from down 6 to tie it in 2 minutes, and then get control of it right after that. So it was nothing anyone said. It was just these guys went out and did it.
Go all the way to the right side.
Matt Tate, Lawrence Journal World. For Dave and Ochai, a couple of dagger-type plays. Dave, you ran one that you kind of went madman style afterwards. I just wonder what the emotion was like that you felt from this team after that and yourself. And then Ochai, you had the other one, the 3 from the corner where Jalen ran it down after the miss and threw it out to you. Did you guys feel like those were kind of the dagger plays, like I said?
For my end one, I definitely think so. I think it was a big momentum changer, just getting an and one basket and trying to get them in foul trouble as well. Definitely changes the momentum and how they would need to guard us. I don't know what it cut the lead to at that point, but I just know it pumps energy into the bench and everybody on the court, which makes us guard better and move faster. It just helps the team all around.
Yeah, no, those plays like that is, you know, those plays that we need. David's and 1 and then my 3, those are just, you know, plays that we needed in the second half to get us momentum moving forward. So, you know, once we, you know, made those plays, it was just like, you know, no looking back.
Go to the second row on the center aisle.
Good afternoon, David Song, IUPUI Sports Capital Journalism. First of all, congratulations on the win. And second, for Coach Self, you guys took on a team that's one of the best transition offenses in the nation, and you ended up outperforming them 17-10 in fast break points, among a lot of other things. So from a coaching standpoint, what did you see in the second half that your team did well that Miami could not deal with?
Well, I think, you know, Miami is very good in transition, but, you know, that's been one thing that we've been pretty good at ourselves all year long. I think the first half there weren't as many opportunities to run because we took the ball out of bounds too often off makes. In the second half, you know, I don't know what it was, but we controlled the defensive glass and their shooting percentage went down, so there were more opportunities to run off misses, and we did get out and run very well the second half.
Go to the first row on the far right.
Yeah, Christian, you had the dunk to bring it to 40-40 and the 3 to make it 43-40, like Bill alluded to. From your own perspective, could you tell how critical those plays were in the moment?
Yeah, I think that we just need some energy from anything. I know that when I hit that 3, it was definitely a big confidence booster for me. I'm sure it was the same for the team. We just need some energy. I thought we were flat in the first half, and you know that shot and the dunk. You know, I know it helped me, and I think it helped the team just get going.
First row center aisle.
What did you guys feel that first half internally?
Ochai, want to take it?
Yeah. We felt, that we obviously could have played better. I think we had a lot of opportunities in that first half to score. We had open looks, so it wasn't, a matter of we weren't getting those open looks. It was just a matter of us not, making a shot. So going to the second half, it was just like, the lid's going to come off at some point. Just keep guarding and then, focusing on guarding better, and then the offense is going to come.
Bill said he's not very good at those kinds of things, is alluding to halftime speeches, I think. What was your guys' perspective of that? And CB, I wondered for you, he's been telling you for your whole career to shoot the three, and you turned some down the first half, and that was a quick trigger on that dribble handoff. Just kind of, was that message ringing in your ear after?
I passed the one that was wide open in the first half. Everybody tells me that, though. It's not just coach. When I'm open shooting, I know I can shoot the ball well. So I got to step up and knock those down, and especially when the team wasn't shooting very well. But we needed one like that. So it was good to see the ball going home.
At halftime it was just basically a matter of kind of just a challenge against us. We didn't come this far to lay down or to give up at this point. So just going out there and then playing our style of basketball, basically. Kind of something like that.
Go second row on the left.
Ochai, what does this moment mean for you? Senior year here, the regular season you had, and obviously the tournament hasn't gone the way you wanted to until today to play like you want to, especially in that second half.
It means a lot. It all hasn't really set in yet. I think it will once we get back to Lawrence, but I'm just proud of my team. I'm just proud of obviously Coach Self, and it's great for the program and the university, but we're not done yet, and I'm not satisfied yet with this. And I know my teammates aren't either.
Second row center aisle.
Christian and David, for both of you guys, along those lines, you all were on a team a couple of years ago that had a real chance to get this far, and it was taken away from you and everybody else by the pandemic. What do you remember about your emotions back in 2020, being on a part of a team that was #1 in the nation for a while, and then being able to, how does that compare to where you are now, and how much has that kind of maybe driven you to get back here?
David, want to go first?
It was definitely a heartbreak feeling knowing that we definitely clawed our way to the top that year, and we just had a lot of great pieces and felt like we could go really far in the tournament. Now this year just feels like we're kind of avenging that year. Now that we have the opportunity, we're going to make the most of it and just continue to grow as a team with each game and just do what we weren't able to do or didn't have the opportunity to do within that 2020 year.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. I think that we all knew we were a pretty good team that year. We were #1 for a long time. So, for it to get canceled like that kind of sucked for a while. But I would say that, this team losing that game last year in the tournament didn't feel good for us either. So, honestly, we're doing the same thing for that team last year. We got a lot of the same guys. We got Remy. But, we just wanted to get back for, our performance in the tournament last year. So it feels good to go on this run.
Go to the far right side on the fourth row.
Sure. Braxton Jones, KWCH. Ochai and CB, after the Big 12 tournament, you guys said that the celebration was short. You guys were already talking about the next step, 6 more, CB had mentioned. How quick is that switch kind of flipped now? Are you guys already saying, hey, we're not done yet, or how long do you enjoy this one still?
On the podium in Kansas City, like we were saying, we weren't done yet. Obviously, we had more to accomplish with 6 more, but on this podium here, it was just like, we've gotten to this point, and now it's just roll the ball out there and go play in the Final Four. So we're just happy to be here.
Go to the back in the center aisle on the left.
Jay Cohen, Associated Press. Bill, you got a lot of great play, obviously, from a lot of different players in the second half. But did you feel like David McCormack's intensity at the beginning of the second half may have kind of sparked the rest of the team, at the beginning? And then, David, was that something you set out to do coming out in the second half, was to kind of, use your emotions and intensity to kind of help your team get back into the game?
Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead.
Definitely. My teammates and Coach Huff for sure puts a lot of faith in me and trusts me to perform and excel anytime the ball is in my hands. I just do what I can to make the team better and use every opportunity to score a pass out of the post, and that's what I took advantage of that matchup.
Yeah, I think that I thought David was fabulous, and especially start the second half. And we had a size advantage inside, and also they were playing through some foul issues, and so that we just kept trying to throw it to him as much as possible. And I'll give Dave credit, but I for start of the second half, but I also think Juan keyed, David and Juan more than anybody keyed the good start to second half because Juan did such a good job defensively on McGusky.
Go to the far right side.
Remy, early in the year, back at Allen Fieldhouse, they're chanting your name, Remy, Remy, Remy. Everybody was excited for you to be here. From that point on, you deflected. It was teammates, team, Kansas, all that. Out there today, you're the MOP. They're chanting your name again. You got the hat, you got the net, you got all that stuff. Can you put that into perspective, just that journey and that feeling of hearing that out there today?
I mean, obviously, it feels great, but my teammates, man, it's really my teammates and coaches, man, just sticking with me through ups and downs and, you know, just instilling more confidence in me. And it's all credit to them. I didn't really know that I won, really, when they said my name. I didn't know that's what it was for, but man, I have the greatest teammates around me, greatest coaches, and I mean, what more can I ask for?
Bill, talked about this team believing they're good, you know, believing that they don't know that they're, you know, anything different than that. What's the significance of these guys getting there with that mindset? And you know, there's this fourth team you've taken there, but can you just put that into perspective?
Yeah, I think that, you know, whether it's Juan or Jay Will, who's not here, and Mitch, I think that those three plus these four believed all along that this was possible if we did what we were supposed to do. I think one thing that has given us a little confidence is, I mean, we had a pretty good team this year, and we you know, shared the league and then won the tournament. And we kind of shared the league without having the opportunity to play Remy. And so I think Remy and his core always knew what he was capable to do to help us. But we haven't really seen it yet because his health hasn't allowed it. And I think that our guys have more of a swagger now knowing what Remy can do to make us better. And I don't know how you guys feel, but it's nice to, you know, he missed his first two shots today, and we're used to making his first three. But it's nice to run some bad stuff or whatever and still have an opportunity to come away with points because he can provide that for us that we didn't have before. So I do think that gives us a little bit extra confidence moving forward.
Go to the front row on the left.
Yeah, Zach Boyer, Lawrence Journal World. Dave, I'm wondering what you saw from the challenge of Wardenberg and Walker on tape and how that played out in this game and how you felt like you handled that, just playing a little bit more away from the basket at times. And then Bill, even, you know, when Mitch came in to replace him, how you thought Mitch played?
I think we just really played to the scouting report, knowing what they're capable of and what they can do with their offense, knowing it's a lot of isolation stuff. So knowing that Jalen would be guarding Wardenberg, I helped off a lot, just plugging in the paint, doing whatever I can. And when Miller came in the game, just things like that, I know I had to be out on the perimeter, but just as long as we communicated as a team and talked on switches and ball screens and things like that, everything else went smoothly.
Yeah, I thought, you know, David kind of got the short end of the stick today in the second half on minutes. I didn't quite realize it like that, but that it was because David got us off to a great start, and then we were still going with Mitch in there. I thought Mitch played great, and I'm sure David gave you some acknowledgement that he got the short end of the stick on minutes. But the reality of it is, you know, you combine those two. That's how I look at it. And there's 40 minutes there, and you combine those two, and you know, I don't know what you get, but get 24 points and whatever, and very, very efficient. That was huge in today's game, especially when we had a size advantage.
Go back to the far right.
Yeah, sure you guys have all seen on Twitter so far, they've shut down Mass Street. I just want to know how excited are you guys to get back and celebrate with what's waiting on you there in Lawrence?
That's crazy. We see pictures all the time of Mass Street being full, and one of our compliance ladies showed us a picture of Mass Street being full now. So it's actually crazy seeing that, and you know, us being the reason why.
Stay there. We'll be back.
I don't know if we're going to Mass.
No, we're not going to Mass. KU students look for a great opportunity to have a beer every now and then. So,
go to the center aisle on the left.
Yeah, Coach. This is for Coach and Ochai, also on IUPUI Sports Capital Journalism. Coach, you said the other day, you know, the lid's going to come off eventually, and by God, it did. What does it mean for you to see Ochai hit his stride this game and knowing that the lid finally came off? And Ochai, what does it mean for you knowing the game just kind of came to you, you hit your stride, and you put some points on the board?
You know, I see the game maybe a little differently than a lot of folks. I think Ochai can play well without making shots, but I think to the public, that's what we depend on him to do. So, I mean, I think if you have to prove your worth, whether you play good or not, if the ball goes in the hole or not, that didn't really mean that you're the player you can be. So, Oach has carried us all year long, and for him to not get 20 or 22 in a game does not mean he's in a slump or anything like that. He has labored offensively, I think, in large part because of how people have defended him. And maybe we haven't done a good job getting him the ball. But I know now, after the way we play the second half, he'll be full of confidence moving forward.
Time for one last question in the front row.
Hey, Coach, I'm just wondering at any point this season, maybe even privately, if you thought this was a real possibility for this team to achieve this.
Oh, yeah. I've thought all along that this was a possibility. But I've also thought all along that the margin for error wasn't such where we could get loose and have it be a probability. So I don't know. I think these guys have stayed focused. They've eliminated distractions for the most part all year long, and they do play for each other. And so when we play the way that I think that we're capable of playing, I have total faith that we can play very well.
Gentlemen, thank you for your time. Congratulations. Good luck next weekend.
Thank you.
To our members of the media, we want to thank everyone for being here this weekend. As a little thank you, we've got an ice cream bar set up in the back of the media room, so feel free to help yourself. You're welcome. You got it.